break generational curses, finally get out of this damn matrix, and heal yourself, part 2. So in my last video, I broke down from a higher level perspective the mechanics of how this reality actually works. I've also added it in the comments. So in my last video, I talked about just becoming very, very present and observing how you create your reality. What I mean by that is that you will be triggered, okay? There's an emotional response that your body's having to something. Essentially, your nervous system just fired up. Very important to understand that the nervous system is the electrical navigation system, operating system of the physical form of actual density. Your nervous system, once it's triggered, is creating a response based on prior information that it has been recording and encoding into its system, like a computer. So if you have had trauma, these things are going to be amplified, and a whole lot of variables are going to be created to keep you safe. This is helpful and not helpful only because it's locking in programming that you're trying to deprogram, but I'll get into that in a bit. So your nervous system has a response because you are triggered. But what's really triggered? The emotional system is triggered. We have many bodies. We have multiple forms. We have the emotional body, we have the etheric body, we have the spirit body, it's the pain body, which is the liver. I'll talk about that more. The emotional body is literally there as an information system. It's accommodating these underlying programs that are running. That's why it's really, really important to not sit in the emotional shitstorm that you get into sometimes. Observe it, let the wave of information move through you, and then get very curious about what program it's accommodating. Let's say you walk into your friend's house. Susie Cream Cheese has a dog. This dog bites you. That is now an imprint in your system, in your nervous system. So every time you see a dog, you brace. You immediately freeze. Your nervous system goes into freeze. You're in a survival state. When the truth is, the emotion of that is, I'm afraid of dogs. I hate dogs. What's happening at a higher level is, in nature, dogs will take down instability. So that bite is there to inform you that there's something you have to look at. And let's say you have a propensity to get stung by bees or accidents or things like this. Chances are you might be running a victim pattern. This victim pattern isn't yours. It's just running in your software. That's what I mean about getting very curious about how you create your reality. It's not about saying, oh my God, this always happens to me. Very keen to pay attention to those things. It doesn't always happen to you. It's happening because these programs are fulfilling themselves. So the takeaway of this video is to get very curious about the emotions. When you're triggered, what program is that emotion accommodating? We'll get into deprogramming in part 3.